Are you a solopreneur looking to 2 times your revenue to fund your lifestyle and give back? Well, this podcast is for you. We bring you inspirational guests sharing actionable tips to solve many of the struggles you face each and every day. And now over to your host, Paul Higgins.
Hello to the Build, Live, Give solo podcast. If you're a first-time listener, welcome. And if you're a regular, thanks for your support. Love to get your feedback at paul@buildlivegive.com. So today's topic is about personal effectiveness. What you will learn is things you can change, how you can include others, and what personal systems to use to help you be more effective. All the links will be in the show notes at buildlivegive.com/podcast, and all the topics relate to the 5 rapid growth drivers. You can get that at buildlivegive.com/drivers. So why is personal effectiveness so important for me? I had a major operation in February of this year. I've got a chronic disease. It's a kidney disease. And my kidneys failed and I had to get a donor and have a transplant. So I was so lucky. My best mate was that donor and it's been an amazing transition. But I spent most of the last 3 years in hospital and I had to learn how to basically run my business from a hospital bed. And that's why personal effectiveness was so important to me. So what I'll do is just go through the key components of what I've learned and also what I've learned from coaching hundreds of solopreneurs. So the first thing is you. So I recommend the 5 energy drivers. You need energy to run your own business. And the key are move, eat, sleep, relax, and connect. So you need to do all 5 of those at once to be at your best. The next is mindfulness. I fully support meditation. I use the Headspace app, but I think that's critical. The next is a habit tracker. So I use Envision, which is part of iPhone, but there's lots of great apps out there. And once again, I'll put a link to those. I track my time in Toggle, and each week my business manager and myself held each other accountable for where we're spending our time. I used certain daily habits. So I've got a daily reflection at the start. I've got an end of day as well report. So they're the things that are really important. And finally, time blocking. I work in 30-minute blocks with about a 2-minute break in between where I'll get some water, have a stretch, walk around, and then come back. And I think working in those 30-minute blocks has made a massive difference to my productivity. The next is about us. So how can you get people to help you? So the first thing is when you're getting someone to help you is work out their personality profile. So I'll have some links in there as to what tools we use. The next is a virtual assistant. I think that's what every solopreneur should start with is the first team member. And I like it that you've got a computer, you've got a phone, and you should have a VA. So if you want to know more about that, just get in contact with me. The next is experts. So we've got about 400 vetted experts. And I've got a couple of really specific examples where I just had my website reviewed by somebody and it made a massive difference in preparation for my book launch. And I just could not believe how many gaps there were in my website. I also got my podcast reviewed recently and they picked up a lot of great things. And we've also had the same with Insta. So I recommend if you've got an area that you're not skilled in, you need someone else to help you in, come to us. We've got about 400 vetted experts where we can recommend them to you based on the work they've done in our community. And the last one in the us section is the routines. So what are the 2 most important routines that I use? One is work in progress meetings and the other are team huddles, and more than happy to help you with setting those up for your business. The last is personal systems. So what I'll do is just go through the key things that I think are essential to really tap into into working with a VA and really helping you be productive. So the first is a task manager. So we recommend Asana. The next is video conferencing, and I use Zoom. Calendar scheduling, it's so important. We use Book Like a Boss. Then sales CRM, I recommend Copper, especially if you're a Gmail user. Password manager, we use LastPass. Knowledge capture, I use Evernote. And for messaging, I use Voxer. So they're the systems that support you in delegating the work to others. Because ultimately what we want to do is make sure that you are as personally effective as possible. I'd like to tell you also about a high-level group mentoring program. It's called BLG Surge. We work with like-minded solopreneurs to add additional revenue streams to fund their lifestyle and to also work less hours. If you'd like to find out more, just go to buildlivegive.com/surge to apply and join our waitlist today. There will also be a link in the show notes. So I hope you've learnt 3 key things out of today, and I'd love you to take 3 key actions. So 1 is, what are you going to action from the you section? 2 is, what are you going to action in the us section? And then finally, what are you going to action in the personal systems section? You can get all the show notes at buildlivegive.com/podcast. And please take action to build new revenue streams, to fund your lifestyle, and to give back.
Thank you for listening to the Build, Live, Give podcast. If you like what you heard, please subscribe and leave us a review. It would mean the world to us.